Why can you know exactly what would improve your life and still do the opposite? You plan to exercise, stay calm, and stop overthinking. Then your brain quietly replies, "Excellent idea. Let's begin next year." The Happiness Hypothesis by Jonathan Haidt combines ancient wisdom with modern psychology to explain why happiness depends on understanding your mind, building strong relationships, developing character, and finding meaningful work. The book has a 4 stars rating on Goodreads and is popular for transforming complex psychological and philosophical ideas into practical lessons for everyday life. Benjamin Franklin wanted to improve his character, but he knew that good intentions alone would not transform him. He created a list of 13 virtues and tracked his daily behavior. Apparently, even Benjamin Franklin needed a habit tracker. The mind works like a rider sitting on an elephant. The rider represents conscious reasoning, planning, and judgment. The elephant represents emotions, instincts, habits, and automatic reactions. The rider can choose a direction, but the elephant supplies most of the power. This explains why people understand healthy eating but choose cake, know anger damages relationships but still explode, and create excellent plans they abandon by Thursday. Real change happens when reason works with instinct. Supportive environments, repeated habits, small routines, and emotional rewards help the elephant move in the direction the rider prefers. Knowing the right path matters, but training yourself to follow it matters more. Continuing from this, Abraham Lincoln sometimes wrote angry letters when someone disappointed him. Instead of immediately sending them, he allowed his emotions to cool. One famous letter criticizing General George Meade remained unsent. The human mind reacts more strongly to threats than to equally positive experiences. One insult can occupy your thoughts all evening, while 10 compliments quietly disappear before dinner. This tendency once supported survival. Missing a danger could be deadly, while overlooking something pleasant was merely unfortunate. Unfortunately, the brain still treats a critical email like a tiger entering the office. Happiness improves when negative reactions are noticed rather than instantly obeyed. Pausing, questioning your interpretation, and deliberately noticing positive experiences give reason time to regain control. Your first emotional reaction contains useful information, but it should not automatically become your final decision. Bit to remember: reason chooses the destination, but emotions and habits control most of the journey. Christopher Reeve became paralyzed after a horse riding accident in 1995. Although his life changed dramatically, he later continued directing, acting, writing, and advocating for spinal cord injury research. Human beings are surprisingly adaptable. Major achievements create excitement, while painful changes create distress. But emotions often move gradually toward a familiar baseline. This is why a promotion, new car, or larger home can feel wonderful at first and then become normal. The mind quickly upgrades yesterday's dream into today's furniture and begins requesting something newer. The same ability can help people adjust to difficult circumstances. This does not mean poverty, illness, danger, or isolation are unimportant. Circumstances matter greatly. However, lasting happiness cannot depend only on continuously improving external conditions. The mind adapts to many changes, so happiness also requires healthy habits, relationships, purpose, and the ability to appreciate what has already become familiar. Taking this further, psychiatrist Robert Waldinger has helped lead the Harvard study of adult development, which has followed people across their lives. Its findings consistently emphasize the importance of warm, supportive relationships. People often treat relationships as something they will enjoy after completing their work, errands, and ambitions. Unfortunately, those tasks never announce, "Everything is finished. You may now enjoy your friends." Close relationships provide emotional safety, practical support, belonging, and shared meaning. They help people recover from stress and prevent impressive achievements from feeling strangely empty. Success becomes less satisfying when every celebration happens alone. Strong relationships require deliberate effort. Listening carefully, showing appreciation, forgiving mistakes, and creating time together may appear ordinary. But ordinary actions repeated for years create extraordinary security. Happiness grows less from being admired by thousands of people and more from being genuinely understood by a few. Bit to remember: possessions become ordinary, but supportive relationships continue nourishing happiness over time. After spending 27 years in prison, Nelson Mandela promoted negotiation and reconciliation rather than building his leadership around revenge. His approach showed that true strength lies in forgiveness, patience, and bringing people together. Human relationships depend heavily on reciprocity. When someone helps us, trusts us, or treats us fairly, we naturally feel encouraged to respond in a similar way. Cooperation creates more cooperation. Unfortunately, the same process works with hostility. Disrespect produces defensiveness, and aggression invites retaliation. Soon, everyone is competing in an argument that nobody remembers starting. It is like a tennis match where the ball has been replaced with blame. Happiness partly depends on the social cycles we create. Generosity, gratitude, fairness, and forgiveness often encourage better behavior from others. Small actions influence how people respond to us, and their response shapes the environment we must live inside. Treating others well is therefore not only moral, it is also a practical way to build a healthier life. Continuing from this, Aristotle believed that good character develops through repeated action. A person becomes courageous by practicing courage, and generous by repeatedly behaving generously. Apparently, reading one inspirational quotation is not sufficient. Happiness is deeper than experiencing constant pleasure. Enjoyable moments feel good, but character determines whether life feels coherent, respectable, and worthwhile. People generally feel better when their actions match values they genuinely admire. Repeated choices gradually shape identity. Telling the truth when lying would be easier, remaining calm when anger feels satisfying, and helping someone without immediate reward strengthen the person you are becoming. Virtue also improves relationships because trustworthy people create safer communities. Honesty, fairness, patience, and generosity attract cooperation and respect. Happiness therefore grows not only from receiving pleasant experiences, but also from becoming someone you respect. Character is not discovered during one dramatic moment. It is constructed through small decisions that are repeated until they become natural. Bit to remember. Reciprocity creates trust, while repeated virtuous actions gradually create good character. Viktor Frankl survived Nazi concentration camps and later developed logotherapy, an approach centered on the human search for meaning. His experiences showed that purpose can remain psychologically powerful even under terrible circumstances. Pleasure and meaning are not identical. Pleasant feelings come and go, but meaning places struggle within a larger story. People can tolerate significant difficulty when they believe their effort protects someone, expresses a value, or serves a worthwhile purpose. Meaning often develops through loving relationships, absorbing work, and commitment to something larger than personal comfort. These sources connect daily effort to a broader reason for living. A meaningful life is not permanently cheerful. It can include disappointment, sacrifice, uncertainty, and mornings when even the coffee appears emotionally unavailable. However, difficulty becomes more bearable when it contributes to something worth protecting. Purpose does not magically remove pain. It prevents pain from feeling completely pointless and gives people a reason to keep moving forward. Psychologist Mihai Csikszentmihalyi became famous for studying flow, a state of complete absorption in an activity. During flow, self-consciousness fades, concentration deepens, and time seems to move differently. Flow usually appears when difficulty and ability are well matched. If a task is too easy, boredom arrives. If it feels impossible, anxiety takes control. The right challenge stretches your skills without completely overwhelming you. This explains why meaningful work, sport, music, learning, and craftsmanship can produce deeper satisfaction than passive entertainment. Pleasure demands little effort, so its effect often disappears quickly. Flow requires effort, but the effort itself becomes rewarding. A fulfilling life therefore needs more than comfort and relaxation. It needs activities that demand concentration, build ability, and create visible progress. Happiness frequently appears as a side effect when people stop constantly asking whether they feel happy and become fully involved in something worthwhile. Bit to remember. Meaning gives life direction, while deep engagement makes the journey satisfying.